Uh, we are live, finally. Sorry for being late. I'm actually here, and we can actually talk about this. So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about in this video, well, in this live stream. But first off, I want to say welcome to the live stream. This is week 2 of live streaming. I've changed the day, obviously. I haven't set a specific date. And as of right now, it's just going to happen when it happens, whenever I'm free. I can't do the weekend at the moment. Potentially after this weekend, we will switch it to the weekend of next week. But right now, we're doing it today. Last week we did it on Wednesday. This is going to be today's live stream. So welcome to the stream. I see all of you. Joshua, Capsule Flyer, thank you for all of you who came in early. Jamie is here. Nice to see you back, Jamie. We're going to be doing this all the time. Evelyn Lamaria, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Beaming Frost, I saw Canada Graphs in here. Yeah, welcome guys. And yeah, so we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. We need to talk about this Arrow stuff. It's in the title right now. This is going to be a video afterwards, so for the people who are watching afterwards, hello, and join the live streams if you can. It's going to be happening week by week. You can stay up to date on my videos. I will say what day is it coming out, and then also on the community tab on Twitter, on Instagram, at the DCTV Show. You can stay up to date with me on there. And yeah, so welcome to all of you joining the live stream right now. We got 62 of you. This is actually very good, a lot more than last week. So let's try and get it up and up. Join every week. That would be awesome. So yeah, welcome to all of you guys in there. Oh, there we go. We've got DC Central, and you guys know who DC Central is. It's Declan. No problem. Thank you, and hope we get to do it soon. I will be able to call you out when you're wrong about it live. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, hopefully we get some good announcements, and we will see the real Green Arrow come back very soon, which is obviously, you know who, not Stephen. Anyway, so before we actually get into the topics, I want to remind you guys, like last week, same thing applies. You guys can answer questions. You can send in questions in the chat, but send them in via super chats so they get answered straight away. Gary was doing it all the time last week, and it was very good fun reading Gary's questions out. And I'll be sure to, give shout outs and stuff like that. So that's how you can ask and support the channel at the same time if you want to get your questions answered. So you can do that via super chat. And anyway, so thank you for being here. Busy. We got 70 people. This is really good. DC Central is leaving. Declan is leaving, apparently. No. But yeah, so welcome to all of you. Let's go ahead and get into this. So first off, I want to talk about this Arrow stuff because I literally just saw it. Thank you. I love all of your channels too. And so yeah, I got sent it by Flashverse, who's in the chat right now. So basically, Stephen was doing a podcast. It was with Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville. Well, he used to be in Smallville. And so what he says is very interesting, and I can't play it here because it's not very loud when I checked it on my Twitter. But he talks about potentially he would have considered Arrow season 9 if his new TV show's Hills didn't go ahead. I was kind of a little bit confused as to is he saying if it fails, if season 1 fails, because I know he's filming it right now. I wasn't sure. Maybe you guys can clarify. Check out on Twitter. I retweeted it. But I wasn't sure if he said if season 1 fails, if it does really badly or something, he will consider doing Arrow season 9. But I think I got more the gist. It was if production never started on Hills, he would not talk. He would not he would reconsider doing Arrow season 9. So I mean, we'll have to wait and see. He meant if Hills couldn't get going because of the pandemic. Yeah, that's what I thought he meant, but I got a bit confused via some of the wordings and stuff like that, and I couldn't hear it very well. It was kind of quiet. But so considering Hills is going ahead and they are filming, it's very unlikely. Go on Twitter. It's on Twitter right now at the DCTV show. You can look at the video and you can have a look for yourself. So yeah, it doesn't look like Arrow season 9 is not going ahead. He was in Vancouver already. Canada Grass says at the time and told Belanti if Hills can't go, he's in Vancouver and they can make it work. He would be up to do it. So that seems to be the case. If it didn't work out and he wouldn't go to Atlanta to shoot Hills, Arrow season 9 potentially could have happened. And I mean, selfishly for us, like maybe we wanted that. I think most of us did probably want that if we would have been in the know at the time, you know. How do you get super chat? So it's just it's like the $ next to your commenting, and it's just underneath it. So you click on that and you can write in a question and you can contribute to the channel as well. So you can ask questions via that and I'll get to that and I'll skip right to that if you guys do that. But yeah, going back to the Arrow stuff with Steven, I mean, selfishly, I would have liked if Hills didn't go ahead so we could get a season 9 of Arrow, because obviously we all love Arrow and like that's something that we would have liked to see go further. And I mean, I respect, you know, Steven wanting to move on to other things, but like I said, like 3 times, selfishly, I would have wanted to see, you know, Arrow season 9. Welcome to everyone who just joined the live stream. We've got 80 people doing very well right now. That's very nice to see. And yeah, so if he didn't have Hills, it didn't go ahead due to the pandemic, he would have, you know, essentially been maybe making Arrow season 9 like pretty soon. But I mean, because they announced the show was ending, like there's a bit of doubt if they ever would actually go ahead with that. I'm not sure if they would actually go ahead with that. Like, say Hills last 2 seasons, Steven moves on to something else, maybe, just maybe he will come back. Yeah. So let me know in the chat, what do you think about this? What do you think about Arrow and Arrow, you know, nearly happening essentially? That would have been cool. I'm just reading some of the stuff. Hello, welcome to the stream, Rayan. Welcome, Alex, Dark Shadow, Toby, Christopher. Anyway, so that is the Arrow portion. We'll get back to Arrow more later, and you guys can send in questions about that. But let's move on to Batwoman, because that was the big thing yesterday, that Batwoman had her first official look, and it's really cool. It's very cool, and my video on that is coming up in 35 minutes. So you guys can check that out, literally probably when this live stream roughly ends in about 35 minutes or so. That is when my Batwoman season 2 video is going up. We're talking a bit about what we're talking here. So I say go over there, because this is just me talking off the top of my head currently. So obviously I think, you know, you should watch the video. But yeah, so Batwoman announced, well, they released the first 2 photos / posters, the more posters, for Javicia Leslie as Batwoman, which was, they are amazing. I think there is not too much difference in the suits. The main differences are just a few things that, you know, you're still confused how to super chat. Basically, it's just that, can I do it on my phone? I'll try and show you. Yeah, it's a bit confusing at first. But we'll get back to the Batwoman thing in a minute. Let me click on the live stream. Wait a second. See, it's this thing right here. It's on the charge. I can't see it. So it's this right here. Then failing. That one. Oh. You can't really see it. If I turn this light off, can you see it? Anyway, it's, yeah, look there. So it's that and that S, that $ is how to super chat. You just click on it. Anyway, that was me struggling to use my phone, and now I'm blown out because I just turned the light back on. Anyway, so let's get back to this. So let's talk about Batwoman, and yeah, so the only difference is like the bell is a little bit different, and it's a bit bigger, like the Batwoman logo on it. And so that is the main difference with the belt. I think the belt looks much cooler. And then the suit, just some of the weaving is a bit different. It kind of has this different texture to it. I think it's the same material, but I mean, it looks pretty similar. The big difference is the hair, obviously. I really like the hair, and I think it's very realistic. It looks less like a wig than Ruby Rose's one, but I think it's really, really good. And it's got this kind of blend of like brown hair and red, and I think it's still a wig. Correct me if I'm wrong. Canada Graphs is it actually is it her real hair? But I'm pretty sure it's a wig. She hasn't dyed her hair or something. So yeah, we'll get back to Batwoman in a second. Am I using Streamlabs? You can bring up the pic to show people. How can I do that, Canada Graphs? I am using StreamYard. How do I do that? You don't know if it's a wig yet or not. I'm not sure. I have no idea how to do it on StreamYard. You need to tell me. Tell me in the chat, and I'll answer this first super chat that we've got from the Timeless Child Reborn. Thank you for your contribution to the channel. Thanks for the £2. And so you ask, how do you think they are going to end Supergirl? So I've talked about this quite a lot, and I think there's like 3 ways of going around it, of ending the show. I really doubt that they're just going to keep Supergirl in National City. Obviously, that is an option, and they can do that. Okay, yeah, send me a DM. That's good. There is an option, and they can keep her in National City as Supergirl. She's still, going around being a superhero, but it causes a bit of a problem in the Arrowverse in that, people very much so complain at the moment, and like they have always complained that, like, on Arrow, when Arrow is still around, they'll be like, oh, like the Flash is on the same Earth, like why doesn't the Flash just go over and help defeat the non-powered Arrow villain? And same thing applies here. Like, if Supergirl is still around, you're still going to have her flying around. Why isn't she in the crossovers or anything like that? So, I mean, it's fine if she continues to do that. But I mean, I think people will be, a bit annoyed if they did that. But the main reasons, the main ways people have been theorizing about like how Supergirl will end is basically the number one theory right now is that she's going to go off to the future, to the 31st century, and she is going to go with Mon-El and join the Legion of Superheroes, and that is what will happen. That's the number one theory people have been theorizing about, and obviously I would love that. I think that would be great. Number 2 theory is she dies like Oliver. She dies a hero's death. I think that's very unlikely, but it's still a possibility. Number 3 is probably she goes to Midvale. She moves away. She does a Clark Kent. She moves back to a farm, essentially, and she doesn't use her powers much. So that is my answer. That is the 3 ways I think Supergirl will end. Thank you for the super chat, the Timeless Child Reborn. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see. Has Canada Graphs messaged me? No, not yet. Okay. Let's talk about what should we talk about? Let's talk about Stargirl. So Stargirl, what happened recently, well, actually just yesterday, along with the Batwoman news. This is going to be coming out. I'm going to talk about it in depth in today's video, which is again coming out in like half an hour from now. So please, all of you, be sure to go watch the video. But we got castings, and one of the castings is very interesting because it's the guy who played Captain Boomerang on Arrow. So that's interesting. He's playing the main villain of Stargirl season 2, which is weird, but at the same time it's cool. Like, we've seen this before, like some actors popping up here and there, playing different characters in the Arrowverse, because I don't think they think we'll forget them, but like, there's such small roles that it's no problem. However, I think Captain Boomerang is like a pretty big villain in the Arrowverse. He was in a crossover like near the start. He's been in multiple Arrow episodes, and I think he's very recognizable. So it's interesting. Maybe he's going to be like full makeup and everything, like big suit, not going to look much like himself. Then I get it. But at the same time, like, if Eclipso in Stargirl season 2 looks like Captain Boomerang, aren't we all going to be like, doppelganger, 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 doppelganger? So that is going to be a big question going into season 2 of Stargirl. Is he going to be a doppelganger of Captain Boomerang, or is he going to be a completely new character? Maybe due to Crisis, they explain it like that. That's what I'm guessing, is going to be the explanation. But as of right now, interesting. And they also cast the Shade as well, but not as interesting as the Eclipso casting. But yeah, so discuss that, and we can discuss all of these things. I mean, those are the main topics I wanted to talk about, so we can talk about like a bunch of different stuff now. So let's go back to Arrow. So Alex Singh says there will be no point for Stephen to return through flashbacks. Flashbacks will be fine. But I don't know what you're referencing in regards to, maybe Stephen coming back for like a crossover or something. I think that will happen at some time. Maybe Stephen will come back, but I don't know how likely and how soon he will come back. Obviously, we talked about this earlier, will Stephen come back for season 9? He considered it. That means that if Heels doesn't go ahead and like ends after season 1 or ends after season 2 or something, there is potential for him to return. I don't think he's going to come back with a full-on season, but maybe he'll come over as crossovers, as little cameos on some of our shows, sometime soon. I would hopefully expect that. That would be good. But yeah, as of right now, doesn't look like he's coming back straight away. And we'll just have to wait and see. Just a reminder for you guys who have joined the live stream now or who have been sticking around, you can send questions. Oh, we've got a message from Canada Graphs. Here we go. Mind me a second. This is for you guys. I was literally about to reference this. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, I'm just trying something out for you guys to explain this. Share screen. Okay, here we go. All right. Can you see this? How do I make it bigger? I'm trying to make it bigger. Here we go. There we go. All right. Look, so you can see the chat here. This is the chat. And so what I was going to say is remember to send in super chats. And thank you to Kind of Grass for letting me know how to share my screen. But essentially what you need to do is click here to send super chat questions. Click send super chat, and you can put in as much as you want. And then you can say your question like the last question was, how will Supergirl end? So that's as easy as that, and you're done. So yeah, be sure to do that, and make sure if you want to contribute, that's how you can do that. Anyway, so let's get back to the live stream, and we shall talk about more Arrowverse stuff. Thank you to Canadagraphs for showing me how to do that. All right, let's see some of these questions. The Flash suit looks good, like a onesie. Savitar looked cool, but the new Batwoman suit is my favorite, alongside Black Lightning Season 3 suit. Black Lightning suit is very cool. I agree with you there, Hader. And the Batwoman suit, the new one, is very nice. I really agree. I think it's very cool. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of that when we actually see it in action in a trailer or a promo or something like that. That is when I'm really looking forward to seeing it specifically. And in regards to Flash suits, I think they look good as a onesie, like you said, but they've had some problems. I think at the start of season 1, there was a problem with the cow. They fixed that pretty fast in season 1. And then season 2, season 3, season 4, they had great Flash suits. They were amazing, especially season 2 and 3. I think they're the best Flash suits we've had. Season 4 was terrible. That Flash suit was whack as shit. It was so bad. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but the season 4 Flash suit, oh my god, what was up? Like, they didn't have the chin strap or anything, and the cow looked weird. It was like stuck to his face or something. And then also at the same time, you had they tried to fix it, and I mean, the new suit for season 6 was cool. It's nowhere near as good as the season 2 or 3 suit. I like it, but it's just not nearly perfect like those earlier suits. And that's obviously all down to your opinion. You guys can let me know what is your favorite Flash suit, but I would say definitely season 2 and 3, and when they fixed it in season 1, which I think went on to be the season 2 one. That is it. And we've just figured out a way. Canadagraphs has sent me this, because now I can share screen. I can show you how what the new Batwoman suit looks like, because I'm stupid and I didn't know how to do it before. Here you go. I'm gonna pull up the new suit for Batwoman season 2. Here we go. Share screen. Let's share screen. Application window. All right, here we go. Look, there we go. Look, so this is the Batwoman season 2 suit as seen with Javicia Leslie, who is the new Batwoman, and I'm very, very excited about this, because like I said, I think the suit is amazing, and I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the chat, what do you think about it? And yeah, so it's pretty similar to Ruby's suit, like we mentioned, but I think the posters do a really good job. I like the moon behind her, and like it's all red and it goes with the color scheme of Batwoman and stuff. And then you got the daylight photo of her with the blinding white light and yellow lights surrounding her, and I think she looks really, really cool. So I'm very excited for that in this next season. All right, so keep on sending in your questions. You think it looks super bulky? Meme Wonders thinks it looks good. Sarah Steelwagon says it looks epic. I think it looks really good. So yeah, very much so looking forward to that. Yeah, so remember to keep on sending in your questions. You can send in questions via Super Chat as well, and they will be answered instantaneously. And what I had, in regards to talking about the crossover stuff, like that was what I mentioned in Stargirl, like with Captain Boomerang, and how they're going to explain the actor playing Eclipso when he played Captain Boomerang before. like that could potentially be like a doppelganger thing where they introduced him as Eclipso, and then like one of the characters from Earth Prime is like, you know, when eventually Stargirl crosses over, one of those characters can be like, oh, but wait, that is actually, you know, that looks like Captain Boomerang, so it's like a different version. And maybe at that point, because we're expecting a Stargirl crossover pretty soon into the main Arrowverse, so what happens if that is away? Maybe the season 2 villain somehow links, and maybe that's how they reintroduce the multiverse. Just theorizing here, could happen, maybe won't happen. More likely than not, it is like in the middle, like could, maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, so for now, very cool. I like all of this, all this stuff coming up. Felicity coming back is the unlikeliest thing to happen. I mean, never say never, right? Yeah, I'll see you later, Saturn. Thanks for tuning in to the stream, and thank you for all of you tuning into the stream, and for all of you watching after. Felicity coming back is the unlikeliest thing to happen. I wouldn't say so. I think what's more unlikely, what would be more unlikely? Like Maxwell Lord coming back for Supergirl or something like that. That's not happening. Like never. Because like, I mean, he would have come back if he was gonna come back by now. I think Felicity, there's still a chance because she was so involved in the Arrowverse the whole time. Yeah, maybe she probably wants a break from the Arrowverse. I mean, she left and then she came back and then Arrow ended. So, I mean, I don't think she's like, she had a good time and stuff. Like, I think if they ask her to come back, I think she will come back at some point. All right, we got Paigey here, and Paigey sends $2 Australian, not even an American one. Australians, people. And he said, "Can we get a WAP from you on the stream, please? Thanks." Maybe if you join me one day, and then we shall WAP on the stream together. But I'm gonna have to deny you that. But thank you for your support, Paigey, as always. Even if it's Australian support, means the most to me. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to wait. I think you're gonna have to wait for that. You know, like maybe on Eric's stream or something like that. We can do that one day. We can like collab, and we can dance. You know, and we can sing. And, yeah, this is a strictly non-WAP. WAP. I don't even know how to say it. Non-WAP zone as of right now. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah. And everyone is freaking out. Paigey is a god. We will organize the WAP for another day. Good to hear you are considering it. Yeah, I mean, I've been considering it for a long time, but yeah, let's organize it. And all of you guys in the stream right now, like you can come watch. We're gonna collab on this. We're gonna do it together. And yeah, Canada Graphs is right. Like Australia isn't even a real place, so it's just imaginary. Like that, the super chat doesn't count for anything because does Australia exist? I have no idea. Yeah, we need a crossover stream. We'll have a crossover stream with Eric, and we will. I guess we will collaborate on this dance together, and yeah, amazing. Okay, well, that was fun. Can I ask you guys, where is Gary? Where is Gary? He commented on my video like a few days ago. Obviously, I check when Gary comments. So, Canada Graphs, Paigey, you know, where is the guy? Where is the guy? He's not here. Gary, we need you. I need Gary. But yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to deal with a stream without Gary. Ben, do you think Iris will ever die in the Flash? And if so, would you like her to die in a sad way? Would I like Iris to die? If that's what you're saying. I know Paigey would like it. Like he's the when it comes to Iris, Pagey's like, nah. He's the biggest West Island hater, and I know Canada Grass feels similarly. Like, no way Iris will survive with those two. Anyway, I think Iris shouldn't die. Because they tried to do it before and didn't, she survived. So I don't see why Iris will die again. And if she died, of course it's going to be in a sad way. They're not going to laugh at Iris dying or something like that, or yeah. So it's definitely going to be sad if it happened. Gary has been delayed until after January. Yeah, it seems like, I'll hashtag epic. Hashtag I would love if you died, Pagey. You shouldn't be wishing people on stuff like this, It's not good for the soul. It's not good for the soul. Yeah, Gary has been delayed until, after January, as he asked in my stream last week, as he asked in every stream with Eric and Pagey. Has The Flash Season 7 been delayed till January? I don't think so. I think Gary may have been delayed till January, so we'll have to see. I think it would be pretty epic if you died, Alex, Pagey. That's just a theory as of right now. We can break it down further later, but I think that would be pretty epic. Matthew Mulberger, sorry if I pronounce it wrong. Hey friend from Orlando, Florida, do you think Supergirl will get to wrap up on the Omega Hedron storyline? The last time we saw it, it was being locked. So I need to remind myself. Can you stop calling me Pagey, please? Bit racist. My name is Sir Twerksalot. Alright? I'll call you Sir Twerksalot from now on. Just looking up the Omega Hedron storyline again because so the Omega Hedron was introduced by Maxwell Lord. It was a Kryptonian device which can manipulate matter at a molecular level. I couldn't say that word. It is said to be strong enough to power an entire city. So Non used this to reconstruct or reconstitute Indigo's body. Could that be used? So that was very, very powerful. And I mean, if Supergirl's ending, something big could happen, but I doubt they're going to go back to a season 1 storyline. I think that's still very unlikely. But thank you for the question. I think it will wrap up on something big, but maybe not something specifically from season 1 or an earlier season, apart from maybe the Legion of Superheroes. Thank you for your contribution, though, Matthew. Really good question. Sorry if I disagreed. Pagey's being Pagey in the chat right now. He thinks I'm being racist by calling him Pagey. I could call you by your real name. Apparently, your real name is Sir Twerksalot. We can call you that if you want, Sir Twerksalot. Hello to you. Mr. Mega Supergirl fan has to actually look up a storyline. Some fan. Yeah. I forgot a storyline. I'm sorry. I'm not the DCTV show anymore, and this is not the DCTV show. You guys can, find another Supergirl YouTuber. Apparently, there's no one. It's the ball that Non had in season 1 in simple terms. In simple terms, yes, it is. I got it up here, like, for all of you guys that don't know. Benjamin Archibald Rolfe. Yeah, that's how I am conventionally known as. Like, that's, if you didn't know that, guys, Benjamin Archibald Rolfe is my real name. It's the most English thing ever. So you can call me Archibald if you want, or you can call me Benjamin, like Pagey calls me, Ben 10, whatever you want. And, or Ben 65, as Walker Dead says. DJ Eric is my favorite Supergirl YouTuber. He loves the show. Yeah, I've heard he loves the show. Like, I watch his videos, and DJ Eric, like, he's good on DJ, but like, he loves Supergirl. That's like his main thing, really. But yeah, let's show this Omega Hedron. Hydron, Megahedron. Share screen. Like I'm using the tip from Canadagraphs to good use right here. Like this is it. This thing right here. The Megahedron. This is the storyline. Blah 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 blah. You guys can check it out. That's how you spell it. This is what it looks like. Anyway, let's go back to Paigey in the chat. Or all of you in the chat. I'm calling you Archie from now on. Yeah, you could call me Archie as well. Like, I mean, I think you got Ben, the DCTV show, DCTV, Benjamin Archibald Rolfe, or you can call me Archie, you know, whatever you want. And you can call Paigey Sir Twerks a lot, or Paigey if you're a racist, or yeah, I think that's all you can call them, right? And even though, you know, like maybe you can check out a later live stream when Paigey's on, and we'll do this collaboration together. We'll do the WAP, like however you say it. And you can get many dad jokes from Paigey, like, yeah. And me, I'm pretty good at dad jokes. I did a few good ones once, so yeah. Apparently, I'm hashtag cancelled in the chat right now, where Canadagraph says you aren't the DCTV show anymore. You forgot a storyline, and I'm hashtag cancelled. I guess so. I guess so. I'm calling you Melissa from now on. I would accept that. You can call me Melissa. You can call me Grant. You can call me Steven. Anything you want. You can call me Chris. Sounds good to me. Do you think we'll finally get the origin story of Reverse Flash in the Flash season 7? Very unlikely, because it hasn't happened in a long time. Apparently, Reverse Flash is going to have something to do with the story this next season, because they were supposed to do a cliffhanger with him last season, but they never got round to it due to productions being halted and everything like that. So yeah, that's not a thing that happened last season, but it potentially could happen this season. So yes, probably not. Hashtag bring back Patty in the chat right now. Walker Dead says, yeah, or you can call me Gary. I mean, whilst Gary is postponed and delayed till January 2021, or maybe like 2022, yeah, you can call me Gary if you want. Caramel Lover is my name. Okay, good names. But anyway, so remember, guys, just your reminder that let's share this. Reminder that questions will be answered if you send them in via super chat straight away. All you need to do is go to here. You guys can be like Gary. You click on this sign, and then you click super chat, and then you can type in, can you do the what? You know, like Paigey said. And there you go. Apparently Gary is on vacation. Maybe Gary is on. I can't even say Gary's name. Maybe Gary is on vacation. Who knows? Like, could totally be. Maybe Gary is out there, you know, with the legends. You remember when they were on that beach and they found Constantine in the head? I've got a feeling Gary is with Gary over there. Oh, Gary! Woo! Woo! Come on, Gary. Comes in right as we're talking about Gary. Welcome, Gary. We summoned you. Gary is in the house, people. I'm going to leave. Gary is here. Gary's taking over, people. Welcome, Gary. Woo! I'm hyped. Welcome, Gary Gammon. Gary sends in the 199 super chat, and Gary says, is the Flash getting delayed later than January? Is the Flash getting delayed later than January? Gary, I think you may be delayed later than January. I'm not sure as in regards to the Flash. I think the Flash is going to be fine, Gary. But it seemed like you were delayed until January. That's what Canada Graphs and everyone was theorizing about here. We were waiting for you, Gary. And yeah, so the answer to your question is, I think maybe you were delayed. I'm not sure about the Flash. But welcome to the stream, Gary. Much appreciated. Love you as ever. And welcome. You deserve the full-on big welcome. Gary's in the house. Gary is back. And back from his vacation with the Legends of Tomorrow and Gary from Legends. Okay. Whew. I'm hyped. Gary is here, guys. Gary is here. Okay, and we've got another super chat. This comes from Matthew, and Matthew asked another question. Thank you for your support, Matthew. And Matthew says, will Cat Grant come back on Supergirl before its end? Will Cat Grant come back? There is a chance because she has come back before, but like, in regards to her showing back up, there is still a chance because she did show up. Like I literally just said, I'm stupid. I forgot what I said. But I mean, it's just like due to the pandemic and everything, like now travel is a bit hard. So I don't know if she's like Calista Flockhart is going to want to come up to Vancouver and then shoot like one episode or something for like a week, but have to quarantine for 2 weeks and then quarantine again when she comes back to America. So I don't know how likely it is, but it's possible. But yeah, thank you for your support, Matthew and Gary, as always. Yeah, Gary just missed Paigey. That totally just happened. So, like Canada Graphs, we're curious. Paigey happens to leave and Gary shows up. Is Paigey Gary? Gary, answer us. Are you Paigey? Are you Paigey? I think it's very possible that Gary may be Paigey. And Canada Graph said, in regards to Matthew's question, a ton would have to change for her to come back. She didn't want to come back to Vancouver as it is, let alone coming back for a 2-week quarantine for a couple of days of filming. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like, I think they would have to pay her a shit ton of money, and they would have to really, really entice her to come back. Gary, back again. Gary, yes. And so Gary said, oh, Paigey's mad at me. So you're not Paigey, Gary? Just to clarify. Apparently Paigey is mad at you, but so maybe that's why he's left when he saw you, Gary. But anyway, so Gary comes back in with the 199 super chat. Much appreciated, Gary, as per always. Do you think the Flash will go on break after 3? And he says, because the last 3 episodes are now the first 3 episodes of season 7. So will we go on a break? Apparently Gary's not Paigey. Okay. We'll see. Apparently just, Paige is mad at you. I think everyone's a little bit mad at you because, you got delayed until January. Oh, we got another Gary in the chat. Wow, interesting. Anyway, so let's answer your question, Gary. So do you think after the first 3 episodes, the Flash will go on break? So I think it's unlikely that the Flash will go on break after the first 3 episodes because they are shooting the season just bit by bit by bit. They will go on past episode 3. They'll go to 4. They'll go to 5. I mean, you can ask Canada Graphs as to when they're going to get to those specific episodes. I think he would be able to better answer that because he's got more insight into the set goings on. But it seems like by the time that the episodes premiere in January, they're going to have like at least like 4 to 5 episodes, surely. Like probably 5, I would reckon. So in response to your question, Gary, no, I don't think they're going to be delayed. Good question, though, Gary. And Paigey isn't mad with Gary. He's furious. So, Gary, apparently Paigey is furious at you. Yeah, also my new video is out, so go check that out after the stream. Stay in this, and then you can watch the video afterwards. But thank you for your contributions, Gary. Always great to have you around. Stick around if you can, because we're going to be talking a bit more, and I would say we got about 10 minutes left of this stream, and then we're going to be heading off, if that is all right with you guys, because we've been streaming for quite a while, and we've had some really good conversations, so let's keep this going for 10 more minutes, and yeah. Love you guys, DCTV, Paigey, and Boba Talks. You guys kick ass. You help keep the comics and shows alive. Thank you very much, Gary Newbury, or Gary 2.0. I think the real Gary is hiding somewhere. Gary, are you still here? You need to let us know if you're here, Gary, because we summoned you to the stream as Paigey left, and then yeah, you're around here somewhere, Gary. So Gary's in the house still, hopefully. But yeah, okay, Subham says, wait, what? There's going to be an Arrow season 9. I answered this at the start. You can watch this after. But yeah, Gary's always around. He was considering it if his new show wouldn't go ahead, but his new show is going ahead, so he's not considering it anymore, but there is a chance that he could return at some point. So yeah, that's your answer. Gary Gammon is still here. Gary is still here, guys. Gary sends in the 199 super chat again. Gary says, when in January do you think when in January do you think they will come? January. All right, Gary. Gary, I'm glad you're with us. Let me read this question again. When in January do you think they will come January? Do you mean when in January will the shows air? When will the shows actually premiere? I'm guessing that's what you mean, Gary. Thank you for the contribution as per always, Gary. You're much obliged. You're much appreciated on this channel, Gary. But in answer to what I suppose is your question, I would say translation, what date in January do you think they will air? Yeah, that's what I thought. What date in January? Yes, Gary confirms. Well, I don't know the specific dates, and I don't think they've announced the specific dates, but I was under the impression it wouldn't be at the start of January. It would be around the third week, probably the third week of January, because I'm pretty sure they normally come back from their mid-season breaks around that time. So I'm guessing when the mid-season breaks would normally roughly finish, they would come back. So third week of January would be my guess as of right now. But yeah, so thank you for the super chat, Gary. Much appreciated. Final call as we head towards the end of the stream. I'm going to share my screen once again, like Gary has been doing. This is how to send in your question. Click on the super chat thing, type in Gary. Can we always have Gary around? You can ask any questions, or you can ask, can you do the WAP? Whatever you want. Okay, so let's stop sharing the screen, answer some last few questions as we head towards the stream, end of the stream. Gary Newbury says, I'm the reverse Gary. I think you are. Maybe this is the origin story we've been looking forward to. We're not going to get Reverse Flash's origin story, but we're going to get Gary's origin story. We're going to get Reverse Gary, who's Gary Newbury, and we have Gary Gammon, the OG Gary. Maybe we're going to get the origin story. Gary Gammon. Yes, Gary is still here, guys. Gary says, I think January 19th in Tuesday, and are you mad at me? Let's answer the first question. I think Canada Grass is furious with you, Gary. Just to be frank with you, I know Paigey's furious with you. He's more than angry at you. He's not just mad. Oh, Canada Grass apparently is never. I mistaked Canada Grass with Paigey, because Paigey, I think he lives in Canada or something. So anyway, I think January 19th in Tuesday. I think that's a good guess, Gary. I actually think that's a very good guess. I would say around there as well. So I'm agreeing with you, Gary. And am I mad at you right now? I mean, I'm a little bit mad at you, Gary. I mean, we're always a bit mad at you, but at the same time, I appreciate your contributions and you showing up and stuff, but at the same time, yeah, I'm a bit mad at you, Gary. But Pagey was furious, so he had to leave the chat as soon as he saw you. So, you should be aware of Pagey, Gary. But yeah, so thank you for the super chat, Gary, as per usual. Yeah, so send in your last few questions as we head towards the end of the stream. We're going to do a few minutes more, and then we're going to be ending this, and then you guys go check out the video that was posted exactly 7 minutes ago from now. That is regarding the new Batwoman suit and Stargirl's new castings, which relates to Arrow. And so you guys can go check that out. Gary says, why? What did I do? Is because you got delayed till January, Gary. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna explain it that much, Gary, but it's because you got delayed all the way to January, and it was a bit annoying. And yeah, I think we're all just a little bit mad at you, Gary, but at the same time, we're very, very happy you're here, Gary. So you're always appreciated, even if we're a tiny bit mad at you at the same time. But yeah, at which con will we get the new trailers? I don't think we'll get it at a con. I think the CW would just like release it online, and that's where we're gonna see the new trailers whenever they come for our shows. So I don't think it's gonna be any specific con, because I don't know how many cons are going on this year. Yeah, there's online stuff, but I don't know if they want to release everything via online. But yes, okay. Would you watch Batwoman Season 2? Yeah, I'm going to watch Batwoman Season 2. I'm looking forward to Javicia Leslie's Batwoman, and yeah. Okay, yeah, so, we got a final super chat as we head towards the end of the stream. This comes from Melissa Benoist herself. Melissa Benoist says, do you think that the Flash gets his speed back? Will Melissa Benoist be right? I would say that the Flash will get his speed back. He will get his speed back sometime in the next few episodes from when episode 1 premieres, and then that is probably when Barry's going to get his speed back. So I think they'll somehow make the artificial speed force, or there's a way that he gets his powers back, but that will be the way that he gets his powers back. I mean, like the first few episodes, that's what I mean. Okay, final super chat. Gary Gammon comes in once again as we end this live stream with the 199. Much appreciated, Gary. How many? Okay, let's read this, guys. Okay, how many ep do you think each show will give? So, translation for all of you guys out there: how many episodes do you think each show will go? So we know Supergirl right now has been confirmed for 20 episodes, Gary. So Supergirl will have 20 episodes. The Flash currently, I think, is on 20 episodes as well. I could be wrong about that. We'll have to wait and see, but my guess is somewhere around 20. And then I reckon Batwoman's going to be somewhere around there. Could be a tiny bit less. We're not sure. But they have been filming for a while, so maybe 20. And then Legends will probably be like its normal episode count. Black Line will be its rough episode count because they have less episodes anyway. So, I mean, it's pretty much normal. It's going to be normal episode counts. Thank you for your support, Gary, as per usual. And for one of the final things, Canada Craft says Dominic Purcell made an Instagram post suggesting theirs is 15. Yeah, I mean, it's not too far off, I guess, and it's understandable. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this live stream. Thank you for all your support. Gary, Melissa Benoist herself helping out. Also, we had Matthew super chat in a few times. Much appreciated to all of you who have been supporting. Gary, with the final super chat, are you going to be in an Eric live stream? Yeah, I will be in an Eric live stream, I'm sure, very soon, Gary. So just be on the lookout, and I will be in Eric's live stream. I think whenever I want to, I can be in it, but it's in the middle of the night and it's kind of hard sometimes. So maybe I'll endeavor to be in like maybe next week's live stream or something like that. I'll ask if I can wake up. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the live stream. Thank you once again, Gary, for all the support. Matthew, Melissa Benoist, Pagey himself, and Gary sends in one final super chat with 99 cents. Thank you, Gary. As per usual, you're really appreciated around here. Shout out to Gary, guys. Okay. Are you Canada Graphs? No, I'm not Canada Graphs. I am the DCTV show. Anyway, thank you guys so much for the support.